Welcome to Michael Potts F1, every moment from every Grand Prix.
Michael, for once, in all the times I've been speaking to you, I know exactly where you are. You're in my flat.
Yeah, where are you?
In your garden. I'm in the Jardin à l'Anglaise, the English garden behind the chapel, where all the viburnums just come out. We've got lovely pom-poms. This is my favourite place to sit. I come and sit here every single day.
I've been busy down in Florida, hanging out at Key West, snorkeling with sharks and sailing around and seeing sunsets. It's been very, very busy.
You are a very, very annoying man. I'm so jealous. It eats me up every new country that you go to. However, I did feel a little bit sorry for you when I heard that Jack is no longer driving for Alpine.
I know, it's so sad. For those of you who don't know, at the end of the Miami Grand Prix, it was announced that Jack Doohan is no longer going to be driving and Franco Colapinto will be taking his place. We also found out that Oliver Oakes, the team principal, who's done an outstanding job, has resigned. And the suspicion is that he had an altercation with Flavio Briatore about whether Jack or Franco will be driving. And he had to step aside because they had a difference of opinion.
So why do you think that they lost Jack?
Well, so Jack's had a bit of a rough time. He's had 6 races, well, 8 if you include the sprints, and he hasn't really put a whole weekend together. He hasn't really shown us what he's capable of throughout the entire weekend. He hasn't scored a point yet, which the Alpine's actually been quite a good car, and he probably should have done a bit better than he's done. It still seems very, very harsh, especially after Miami, because he had a very bad qualifying in the sprint because the team let him out too late, so he missed his chance to put a time. And then in the first couple of laps of the race, he had a crash with Liam Lawson, and that knocked him out of the race. So it was a pretty bleak weekend. I think he knew the writing was on the wall already.
That can't have helped his performance.
No, and it's been hanging over him the whole time. So the whole time he's been under the microscope, really being expected to perform. And he's a new driver, and they're not giving him the time to do that. There was a hot mic with one of Franco's sponsors. He thought no one was listening, and he said that Franco would be in the car in the next race. So that was before Miami.
Oh.
So it feels like this has been the plan all along.
Yeah.
But yeah, devastating for Jack.
Do you think he's got a chance in future Grand Prix?
So Franco's got 5 races apparently to prove that he's got what it takes. They have other drivers, so if they go through Franco, there's a couple more people that they could try. There is a potential that he could come back. I think the race team have really enjoyed working with him. As a driver working with the photographers, he is one of the nicest to work with. So I've really enjoyed his time in Formula One. Franco is also a very, very bubbly, very dynamic, very fun person to work with. So, it really is pretty awful because you're choosing between 2 great people and only one of them can get the seat.
So whilst it was heartbreak for Jack, it was massive success and celebrations for Oscar, who's just won his 3rd race in a row. How usual is that in Formula One?
Well, not that usual in the hybrid area. He's only the 4th driver ever to do that. There's Lewis, Nico Rosberg, and Max Verstappen.
These are big names.
It's the first time a McLaren driver has done this since 1998, Mika Häkkinen.
Ah, the year I was still at university.
So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. And he had to work for this one. He started 2nd. Max was on pole position. And there were some great battles between the 2 of them before Oscar got past. And then Lando was a bit further back, and he also had a few really, really good tussles with Max to get through to 2nd. And I got a very, very good spot to shoot the podium. One of the partners that I work with has a club at the track, and I was able to go on their balcony and photograph from the top, looking down on the drivers as they celebrated. So I got some pretty cool shots that are a little bit different, which I'm very happy with.
Glorious. Was there a particular shot that you were looking for in Miami? What sums up Miami for you in a photo?
The most interesting part is around the chicane. There's a chicane with these 2 motorways that go around each other. You can get some very cool shots looking up at the cars as they come over the rise of the chicane. That's quite hairy because you're very close to the cars and they're coming directly at you at speed, and they lose control as they go over that hump. So often the wheels are in the air. They really only have centimeters where the car touches the ground and the tires grip and they can turn. If they don't do that, then they're joining you in the barrier.
I was going to say, it's not a safe place to stand.
No, actually, it's fine. It actually it is really, really safe because there's the barriers are really good there. No one has hit that barrier yet.
You have to say that because your mother's watching.
There's another spot a little bit further around, which is also quite good. You get close, the cars get close to the barrier here, and you can see them into that shot, into that chicane. Yeah, you just get a good sense of speed there, which is very, very nice. Another favorite of mine is around the last part of the track. There's a window as they start to accelerate up to the main straight, and you can get some nice shots of them leaving you and coming towards you. So yeah, there's some very, very cool things. What I like about this one particularly is they do a lot of branding. So you get a lot of like Miami's with the cars and the use of the light blue coloring. It just makes you feel that you're on the beach, and it's very, very well done visually. But I was caught out a little bit on the Saturday because I was shooting a breakfast event before the race and got stuck in traffic. I almost missed the sprint race.
So you nearly missed Lando's victory.
I know. And it was exciting because it was in the rain. It was Lando's second victory in Miami, and the second time he benefited from the safety cars. It's becoming a bit of a habit for him.
A tactic.
Wait for someone to go off, change your tyres, get ahead, win the race.
I mean, it's complex, but clever. But it wasn't just shooting for you this time, was it? It was all glamour after hours. How did your speaking event go?
So I did an event with Bitdefender and two other photographers, Kim Illman and Lydia Harper, and it was a lot of fun. It was the first time I've done something like that. It took place in a swanky Miami hotel next to the pool, free cocktail bar.
Most important thing, were you in your swimming trunks or did you wear something else?
I wore something else. It was funny because it was very, very close to the end of the track session. So my office is in one of the corporate boxes overlooking the stadium. So at the end of the session, Kim and I race upstairs, put our new kind of fancy clothes on, race down to the hotel, and again the traffic wasn't great. So yeah, I think I probably made it to the speaking event probably about 5 minutes to go.
It turns out you have more of an early 17th century ceiling than we thought, because we hadn't taken down the rest of the plaster before. Anne-Marie, my cousin, has just taken the rest of the plaster down. We found one more stunning vase of tulips painted probably around 1630, and I'm just waiting to get the quotes to find out how much it's going to be to restore it all. It is a very, very exciting time here. So
that is brilliant news. I can't wait to see that. The one thing I forgot to tell you, they were Lego cars. So Lego are now doing something with Formula One. I think they're the official brick provider to Formula One. But they made full-size Lego Formula One cars for each team.
I don't think I've ever seen you this excited.
And the drivers got in them and they drove around the track.
No, they don't drive, no.
They got to 20k an hour kind of thing. They're not very fast.
Otherwise the Lego blocks fall off.
They had real racing tyres on the cars.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I mean, well done, Lego. That's a very, very cool engagement.
Clearly the highlight of your time in Miami.
Kimi Antonelli became the youngest driver ever to set pole position in any form of Formula One. The guy's 18 years old, and he drove an outstanding lap to put his Mercedes on pole position for the sprint race. But yeah, so there's been a lot going on. It's been brilliant. I think we've got another 18 cracking races to look forward to. And next week it will be off in Bologna for Imola.
Oh, the food. Oh, you are going to have the best time.
The media canteen in Imola is incredible. One of the best parts of the year, actually.
You're making me even more jealous now.
Imola is one I'm really looking forward to. It's Ferrari's first home race. We'll see something special from them. It's going to be interesting seeing Franco driving for Alpine, to see if Kimi can get another pole position. The fans are outstanding. There's these huge banks of spectators, and they often have fireworks, and it's a really, really festive atmosphere. From there, it's a triple header with Monaco and Barcelona. So I'm going to be quite busy the next few weeks.
Oh, you've got serious glamour coming up. The food in Bologna, the glamour in Monaco, and the glory of Barcelona in a row.
So I'm so excited for these next three races.
I'm really happy for you, and I can't wait to hear how the actual races go and see your photos from them, and also send me photos of the food in Bologna.
Thank you so much for joining us for this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you'd like to see some photographs from Miami, there's a link in the description below. And I'll add a few photos from Key West if anyone's interested in that. And if you haven't yet, please do like and subscribe. And until Italy, goodbye.
Toodle pip, Michael.